All right, all right, all right. See if we get some people coming on here. All right, while we waiting for some people to get on, go ahead and do the little promotion. If you're joining us or joining us late and you join us via the YouTube channel, I appreciate you showing up. Make sure that we subscribe, like, and add comments to this conversation. We're going to be talking about the price of popularity. Give it a few more minutes here. All right, if I don't get anyone by the 4-minute mark, I'm just going to go ahead and start talking what I need to talk about. Get it out, so at least that way it's out on YouTube and people can catch it later, add comments. All right, let's go ahead and get this little conversation started. All right, so going to be talking about the price of popularity. Now, when it comes to popularity, especially in the internet age, people will do anything for it. It seems like nowadays they'll do some crazy stuff. They'll do whatever to get viral, to get a little internet famous, but at what cost? You know, you got guys like Boot Gang out there doing quote unquote pranks and stage like robberies and stealing and stuff like that. But I mean, at what cost? We've seen that dude on some serious issues. You know, seen the drug issues and everything else. I mean, but okay, you get popular, but what are you actually going to do with it? And you know, everyone's trying to post stuff to World Star and try to catch a fight so they can, you know, so their little name will be famous on World Star or wherever else. And I mean, for what? I mean, what do they actually do to convert that little popularity that they are getting to something else? And even if they are able to flip it, then what, you know, do they use it for good, or do they do it, or do they see it just for a money grab? And then at the end of the day, I mean, if that money grab is not that much, but it could be more than what you're, you know, making normally. If you're making anything at all, if you got a job, then how long do we get that to last? And if it even lasts for long at all, you know, how do you flip it into something that can become something viable? And not even with that, you know, you got people that do these little stunts, and you know, at least with some things like, you know, dancing, you know, the dance competitions and the dance challenges, you know, that's good. You know, you're able to show off something positive. You know, you show off your dance skills, and that could lead to something more. You know, a dance crew might want to pick you up, or you know, you might have some performances that pop up because, or you know, people hit you up because of how good you can dance and perform. So that's one good way of having a price for popularity. But when does it also become a point when popular, you know, chasing that popularity can be very detrimental? Because now, once you get that popularity, then just like with anything else, you know, the adrenaline kick in and everything else, and you know that tool to want to succeed in that domain becomes something more. And now you're addicted to the popularity. You're addicted to, you know, that little bit of internet fame that you have. And what will you do with that to better yourself? Or, you know, it's not to say that there aren't people like that, but it's very rare that you hear someone, you know, do something that's viral and it becomes something that actually helps out. One thing that I've seen, you know, Killer Mike show on Netflix, you know, and that's something not for popularity, but I mean, the stuff that he was showing on there, you know, so I've seen some of the, you know, some of the clips become, you know, viral and everything else, but I think that is a positive sign of doing something that's viral that can actually help people out. I watched that show, and it was, well, I watched the whole series, and it had me think about things in a different light. So that's one thing to touch on. But you know, not just in the popularity of, you know, trying to go viral. You know, when does it become something where it, like for YouTube, or I won't even say YouTube, but like Facebook and Instagram likes, you know, to gain popularity that way. You know, we got women, you know, pretty much showing nothing but ass, or being practically nude, you know, just because it's a thirst trap and it gets guys, you know, to like the pictures and, you know, try to do something on the modeling side, but then you just get trapped in being an Instagram model, and you know, now you're selling tummy teas, ads and promos, and doing Fashion Nova stuff. Not saying there's anything against it, but you know, if you, I would assume that, you know, you're looking for something greater than just, you know, getting ads for tummy teas and stuff like that, you know, with your YouTube or Instagram career. And also with that, I mean, just in general, you know, we post our lives on in Facebook and Instagram, you know, for the world to see. But, you know, we start sharing the information, but at what cost? You know, now you got more people in your private life that you might not want in it. And of course, with anything popularity or popular is concerned, you always have the trolls and the people that are always talk negative about everything that's going on with your situation. And that can be detrimental. because some people don't know how to take the trolls and don't know how to deal with the negative stuff. And, you know, it becomes something to where they, you know, take something, or, you know, they might hurt themselves or something to that effect because of the negativity that they're getting from stuff that they posted. And that's something that, you know, we don't wish on anyone. All right, we got one person. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. Got my daughter wanting to join in the video. But as far as popularity goes, I mean, there's as with anything, there's the good side and there's the bad side of popularity. And the main thing that we want some positive stuff to come out of popularity. We want something better to where, you know, that you can flip that popularity into something positive in the changing, you know, not only your lives, but the lives of people that you care for, and as well as the community that you live in. I mean, that's always the most positive thing that we can all aspire and achieve and hope for. And, you know, that's just something that I feel that, you know, that's one of the reasons why I kind of started this YouTube channel. Is not so much for the popularity. I'm not, you know, if I'm stuck with my 37 subscribers, then I'm good. But as long as I can change the life of one person, you know, through the content, you know, that I release, then I feel like I've done my job. You know, I've always wanted to, I was always the type that wanted to help people, whether it be, you know, just through advice or being able to help them out, you know, either financially or spiritually, emotionally, you know, be there for them when they need some help, or be there when, you know, they're down on their luck. And I think that's the best way that we can serve, you know, this universe and this thing that we call life, is by, you know, being an assistant to others, but not so much where they're so much dependent. But also in regards to popularity, you know, the one thing that we want to do as far as popularity, you know, there's one thing that you don't want to do, and that's you don't want to give your soul away just for popularity. You know, there was always comments, especially in this internet era, where we had people, you know, back in the day, you know, we had Martin Lawrence with Big Mama's House, and a lot of our, you know, Black actors, you know, turn into putting on makeup and putting on a dress. And of course, we got Tyler Perry with the Madea, you know, franchise. You know, he made his name off of that. And he was able to do other movies besides just Madea. But, you know, we always want to be on the good side of that. And, you know, you don't want to end up selling your soul just to gain the popularity, because even if you sell your soul, then, you know, what else is there? All right. We got Nikki here, said people judge by appearance is sad. Yeah, that is true. People do judge by appearance, but what? Well, that's fine if they left. I'm still putting the video out.
Okay.
But yeah, people judge things by appearance, but it's sad. But, you know, that's something that we have to deal with as human beings. You know, we always go by, you know, what we can see. And then later we learn, you know, we see things by, you know, the way that we feel, or, you know, emotions afterwards. But, you know, but back to what I was saying, as far as selling your soul to get popularity, you know, we definitely don't want to sacrifice something in order to gain popularity. But there's always a sacrifice, but you can control the level of sacrifice. You know, if you are selling your soul just to get, you know, that extra amount of money in your pocket, you know, at the end of the day, that little quick flip of selling your soul for, for that, popularity? Is it really worth it in the end? Is it something that's going to last for a long amount of time, so that way, you'll be able to survive, off of the money that you receive? But also, are you willing to deal with the negativity that can also come with that? Because a lot of people, when they are doing things that, is not of their soul, you could definitely see a difference in everything that is brought about when it comes to, doing certain things. And the easiest way to show it is the meltdowns that we've seen, by many celebrities. We had Martin Lawrence, had his episode where he was, running in the street, high off of whatever it was. We've had Mariah Carey break down live on MTV, Britney Spears and her breakdown. And, some people say that Dave Chappelle broke down by running to Africa. But, I mean, at the end of the day, he's a good example. He had the popularity, but at the end of the day, the stuff that he felt that Comedy Central wanted from him, he wasn't going to sell his soul in order to make that extra money, just to have some more content that he, at the end of the day, doesn't feel right doing. And that's something that, we always have to address and we always have to look out for. I'm not going to waste any more and waste anybody else's time. For the one person that showed up, I appreciate you showing up. And for those that left comments, I appreciate it. And I just want to get everyone else's opinion on, what would you do, or what do you feel would be something that you can give up or sacrifice, in exchange for popularity? Leave your comments down below. If you watch this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. There'll be more content coming soon. There'll be more live conversations, and there'll definitely be video content coming soon. Like this video, and as always, I'll sign off by saying, are you in that convo yet? Why not?